Guys, let me show you guys this crazy mess in this room again. I have items over here. I got items down here as well, all around, and I don't know if you guys can see, but some in the hallway as well. But I know I got the storage unit ready, but these are items that I actually already sold on Whatnot. I've been doing about 2 to 3 shows on Whatnot for the past 2 days. And man, it is a lot of work, but obviously I'm making sales, so that's important, right? But yeah, I'll tell you guys more about what I'm doing later on through this video. But right now, I gotta get these orders packed up. Some of these orders don't have to get shipped out today, so that's a good thing. But these right here, and then those over there are actually eBay sales, so I gotta get those packed up. But some of these other ones I have to wash because they are plushies. But like I said, I'll tell you guys more about it later throughout this video, what I'm doing, how I'm able to sell this many items. But yeah, it's been fun, guys. I just got a lot of these orders packed up. Still have not cleaned up the mess, but I'm gonna take these to the post office and then I'm gonna come back, clean up here a little bit. Then I gotta go to the storage unit to get some stuff taken care of. But I'm gonna show you guys how many orders I'm dropping off today. So that's why I'm leaving earlier today, because I feel bad, honestly, getting there like 30 minutes before closing time. I'm leaving the post office right now, but I completely forgot to show you guys how many packages I dropped off. So I'll put a picture right here. That's the one I posted on Instagram, just to let people know how many orders I'm shipping out, just because that's what I do daily, just to inspire people. Sometimes it's like 2 items, sometimes it's like 10, 15, whatever. It's different every single day, but I still do it just to, like I said, show people the realness of this business. Because sometimes you will make some pretty good amount of sales, then another day you won't make that many. But I just try to be real with people. But all right, guys, so this is 1 tub, 2 tubs, and 3 tubs that I have to pack because those are Whatnot orders. And let me tell you guys a little bit of what I'm doing with Whatnot. So last week on Thursday, I don't know why, I was like, you know what? Let me go to the Goodwill bins and let me go live at the bins and see if I can sell these items before I even purchase them. And surprisingly, it did really well. So I did it again, and I've been doing it since. So today I did it for my 3rd day in a row, and it's been doing pretty well, to be honest. So that's why I have a bunch of orders. I think I have about like, I'm gonna say like 30 to 35 orders to pack for tomorrow. So that's gonna be fun. But yeah, this is actually a really good way for me to make money and build my Whatnot account without taking any risks. Usually at the bins, I'll get like 15 items and then 10 of them only sell, and the other 5, since nobody wants them, I don't have to buy them, so I just put them back. And like I said, 0 risk, and I'm able to make some money while I'm at the bins, so I don't waste time and I'm not driving back and forth, because I usually, after a round at the bins, I would come home and then go back. But now I can just wait over there and do this in between. But yeah, 0 risk. I get to make money. I get to build my Whatnot account because I do plan on doing a lot more shows. And I'm not going to leave eBay behind because I love eBay. eBay is my #1 platform to sell items on. But Whatnot is like a great opportunity to just sell those items a lot faster and be able to make that money a lot faster. And then eBay, I'll sell like, other items that I find, like maybe like bigger items that I can't really sell on Whatnot, but I can sell them on eBay. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. So far, so good. Since last Thursday to today, I've done $520 in sales, which is pretty good, honestly. Just for something that I wasn't doing, but now I am doing. Yes, it is a little bit more work. The fact that I don't have to ship these Whatnot orders the same day like I do with eBay gives me that little extra time to be able to just ship them out in like a day or 2. But yeah, guys, all of these items, most of them are just plushies, but yeah, it's been super fun. Yeah, I'm gonna get those all sorted out. I have another Whatnot show tomorrow. I'll probably be doing another one at the bins. Also, somebody told me about these, that I can just put one of these stickers on the totes and then I can scan it and it'll show me what items I have in there. So we're gonna take those to the storage unit to organize some of my totes over there. That way I know where to look for the plushie when I sell it. This was such an awesome find at the Goodwill bins, and for $5, I couldn't leave it behind. But yeah, I had to pick it up. I think I'll be able to get about like $100 for it. And I'm gonna try to sell this one locally because this one is a little bit heavier. But these are all the items that I'm gonna take. I'm photographing all my TVs that I had down there. And thankfully my little power station here, my portable power station, I'm able to power these up. Not as good, but it's doing the job. All right, guys, let me show you guys real quick about these barcodes. So what I did is I put one of these barcodes on each tote. And now every time I sell a plushie, instead of going through every single one of these, I can just scan the QR code. It'll show me like all the items inside that tote. So I'll just be able to look at my phone instead of going through every tote, like I said. So yeah, it's gonna make this so much easier. I'm gonna leave a link for these in the description for you guys if you guys want to grab one. But I would highly recommend them. Shout out to, I forgot who told me about these on TikTok. But yeah, I'm very thankful for that. It's the next day. I am gonna continue packing all of these Whatnot orders. As a matter of fact, these right here, I have to throw them in a washer. So I'm gonna show you guys how I wash them real quick. It's actually a very common question I get asked a lot, is how do I wash my plushies? And basically what I do is I just put them in this pillowcase that I got from Walmart. I think they were like $2 each. I got 2 of them. and I throw the plushies in there. I don't make them too full. I just kind of keep it a little bit loose. Let me show you guys how I would do it. So for example, I'm just gonna put these guys in here. 1, 2. You can see that there's still like a lot of space in there, but I kind of just like to flatten it out as much as possible. So when I put it in the washer, like I said, they're not too tight in there, so I don't want them to get damaged, or I don't want them like scrubbing together, because sometimes the fabric of one plush is going to stick to the other one, and I always try to avoid that. So that would be one right there, the other one. And like I said, I don't fill them up too much because I put both of them in the washer together, and my washer is just like a normal size. And what I do is I put them in low settings. I just rinse them and throw some pods in there just to get rid of all the stains and stuff like that. And then when I put it in the dryer, I always put it at low settings as well. You don't want them to get too hot, because sometimes the glue does get detached from it if it gets too hot. So you don't want to put them too hot when they're drying. Sometimes I'll even like dry them as much as I can. Sometimes it's still a little bit wet, and then I just let them to air dry for the day, and then I'll pack them the next day. Right now it is time to lock in. I have about 6 orders to pack that I sold on eBay, and then I have a one-night show in about 30-40 minutes. I already did a one-night show earlier this morning, and I didn't sell one single item, but I was only on for like 15 minutes. But I didn't have great items though. I couldn't find anything at the Goodwill bins this morning, so I just went to my storage unit and grabbed a couple items. And I'm going to be doing that so I can show just to move this inventory. Thankfully, it's a bunch of easy items to pack today. We're going to do this. Sold this lot of Animal Crossing plushies for $30 plus shipping, and I probably paid about $6 for these plushies. So I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to pack these up, because a lot of people also ask me about this kind of stuff, like how do you pack your plushies? How, what is the best way? What is the easiest way? Now, I'm not going to say that this is the best way to do it, but this is definitely my way to do it. And I've been doing this for, I don't know, a couple years now, and it just works perfectly fine for me. That's what I'm going to share with you guys, how I do it. But this is something I recently started doing. Back then, I was just putting them in poly mailer bags. But now I got these like plastic bags, and I put the plushies in there first, organized. I'm going to seal this and try to get rid of all the air. So then I end up with something like this. And then I'll get my poly mailer bag. This is the biggest size I have right now. I believe it's a like 12 by 15, I believe. And then I'm just going to slide it in here. And you can see like it's literally like a perfect fit too. By the way, these poly mailer bags, I really like these because they have this message right here that's just saying thank you, and it just creates a better experience for the buyer. So if you guys want to grab some of these, I will leave a link in the description for you guys, and you guys can use code HustleResale and get 20% off. I think they're pretty affordable for what they are, and the fact that you're able to use them like this to be able to brand yourself a little bit better, and then having that good experience for your customers. And if they have a good experience and they love the product, they're going to come back and shop with you more. So that will be in the description for you guys. Another question I get asked often is, how do I measure the poly mailer bags? And I do it just like if it were a box. I would just measure the length. So 12 by 10 by 5. So 12 by 10 by 5, 12 by 10 by 5. And then it weighs 1 pound and 6 ounces. Perfect. I buy all of my labels on eBay. I know there's people that say that it'll be cheaper on pirateship.com, but I only use it when I sell somebody to like my following on Instagram or something like that. But when it comes to eBay sales, I always just buy them on eBay. This one costed me $9.30, and the buyer paid $10 for shipping on this one. By the way, they have different designs for the poly mailer bags. This is from that same company. Like I said, Hustle Resale in the description if you guys want to get some for yourself. They're pretty affordable. So I just got done packing my eBay orders, but I had to reschedule the one-night show from 12:30, or I actually had it at 12 p.m. Then I moved it to 12:30, but then I just moved it to 2 p.m. because I gotta pick up my kids from school at 1 p.m. just because I don't want to be super rushed. But yeah, I'll get that done later today. Right now, I'm just gonna pack a couple more whatnot orders. I'm gonna show you the process on how I'm doing my whatnot orders, because it's an easier way than what I was doing in the beginning. Now it's a lot faster. I'm gonna use this show as an example. Those are all the items over there that I sold. And all of these items I basically sold before I even paid for them at the Goodwill bins. So it just minimizes my risk, which is pretty awesome. We're going to use Shy Girl here. Shy Girl's been really awesome. She's been buying a couple things from me. But you can see that she bought a small item, number 4. So obviously I'm at the Goodwill bins and I don't have like anything to organize the items that sell. So what I do on whatnot is I do 3 different listings. I do a small, medium, and large, depending on the size and the weight of it. And then once I come here to print out orders, I just click on this little option that says view video receipt, and it'll show me what item each person bought. Let me show you real quick. You can see that Shy Girl bought a small one, and if I go down here, it's gonna say video receipt. I just click on that, and it's gonna show me what item they bought, which is really awesome. This way it makes it super easy for me and very fast as well, because back when I started, I would do a listing for each single item, and sometimes it'd be like 30 or 40 items, and it would take me so long, honestly. And this way is just so much faster, and it's just been working out for me. One item, which is this little bear, and all of these are already washed, so I'm gonna pack these up real quick. That way I can get those shipped out. Grab one of these here, and then we are good to go. That is it. Someone bought these 3 plushies right here, and they paid $6 plus shipping on all of these. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot of money, $6, right? But everything adds up at the end of the show. But like I said, I sell these before I even purchase them at the Goodwill bin, so I have zero risk. So whether they sell or not, I have zero money invested into it, so it's just kind of like free money in a way. Well, not free money, but you guys know what I mean. But yeah, $6 guys for all 3. Somebody gets a great deal, and then I get to make some little money on the side before even leaving the Goodwill bins. And it's worth mentioning though that even though I'm doing these shows inside the Goodwill bins, I'm not making like crazy amount of money unless I find something like really rare or something. Because one of the shows that I did, and I've done about 5 or 6 of them, one of those shows I did sell like $97 in total. But for the most part, most of those other shows I've been generating between $20 to $40. But instead of me just sitting in my car and waiting for the next rotation or wasting gas and coming home, then I can just do that in between and make some extra money. But also I do source other items for my eBay store while I'm already there, because there's times where I find bigger items like electric items that I sell on eBay that are too big or too heavy that I will not sell on whatnot. So I'm also getting items to sell on my eBay store and make that extra money as well. Normally on Wednesdays, my kids get picked up from school from their aunt, but she's on vacation. So the rest of the week, so tomorrow and Friday, I gotta pick them up, and then next week they're gonna be on spring break, so it makes things a little bit harder for me when I'm working. But it's doable, guys. But I'm letting you guys know, because not because I'm complaining or I'm whining about it, but because we all got stuff to do, and sometimes shit happens, but we still got to go through with what we're doing, and we got to make it happen. I went to go get my kids from school, and I already did that one show. These are the items that I sold right here. Let me just flip the camera to show you guys. These are all items that have been sitting in my storage unit for a very long time. But yeah, you can see that it was like a mix of everything in here, that's why I like doing these one-off shows, because you can literally just sell like everything all in one. But this was the show. I did a total of $77 in sales, and the show lasted for about 20 minutes. So to be on a one-night show for about 20 minutes and do $77 in sales, I think it's pretty good. Now imagine if I stayed an hour and a half or maybe 2 hours. That would be pretty insane. But the crazy part is that we're gonna find out tomorrow, because I have a big show tomorrow. It's probably gonna last about an hour or 2, because I have all these items right here. There's a bunch of toys, a bunch of like collectibles, some items back there that I'm gonna run as well. But yeah, it's gonna be a very big show, and I think it's gonna be very fun as well. So I'm actually really excited, because I've never done a show this big. I think the most items I've done in a one show was about like 30 items. And this is, like I said, completely different. Everything's just like more collectible and toys and stuff like that. And these are the type of items that people ask me all the time about, like wrestling figures or like Funko Pops, collectibles, stuff like that, it's kind of hard to go to the store or go to like a thrift store and find them over there. But just another tub to add in this room of items that I have to ship by tomorrow. But that is just a hustle. The hustle is just fun. So the more you do this and the more excited you are about it, I don't know, it doesn't bother you how much you have to work or how long you have to work. And now I'm going to go to the post office and take those packages from earlier. And then I'm going to go see my mom, because she goes out of town tomorrow. But I will see you guys in the morning. I lied to you guys. I'm actually going to end this video right here, because when I start recording, I'm just going to make a complete separate video. So it's going to be like kind of part 2 to this one. So just be on the lookout for that video. So as always, guys, if you enjoy this kind of content, just drop a comment if you have any questions. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys on the next one.